from Cebu. Is anybody there? Is anybody there? Can you hear me? Am I talking to myself? I'm talking to myself. There's nobody here. There's nobody in the room. Just me.
Get your domain today at GoDaddy.
Hello, hello, hello. Is anybody there? Nobody here. There's nobody watching. Is anybody there? Nobody's here. Nobody's watching. One watching. Well, can you tell me if you can hear me? One person is watching. Can you give a thumbs up or tell me if you can hear me loud? 5 watching. Can you hear me? Nobody's telling me if you can hear me or not. There's no point in me saying anything if no one can hear me. I do. BA, I do. Does that mean you want to marry me? Or good morning, Stephen Murphy. Can you please confirm that you can hear me loud and clearly? Because I don't know whether anyone can hear me. You can see me, but can you hear me? Can you just tell me I can hear you? And that'll be great. Thank you, Stephen, or somebody who's watching. I hear you, BA. Brilliant. Thank you very much. Where are Osleader? Good morning, audio loud and clear. Thank you very much. That's great. Thanks for confirming that. How are we, lovely people? How are we today? Is it morning, evening, wherever you are? I recognize a few names. Australia. What time is it there? You're not that far away. What time is it in Australia? And which part of Australia are you? Osley, you're in America, I think. Cece is back. Hello, Cece. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name right. It's you're something about your children's name or something like that. That's great that you can all hear me, and thanks for all coming back. How are we today, and what have you been doing today? Have you been at home? Have you been working? As Osley, you're in Canada, exactly. 11 a.m. in Sydney, Marjanko. 11 a.m. So it's 11 a.m. Oh, you're just 3 hours ahead. 3 hours ahead, and it's Thursday in Sydney. And what are you doing, Marjanko? Are you not working? Are you retired? What are you doing? Watching me at 11 o'clock in Australia. It's great. Iowa. Yes. Iowa in USA. Brilliant evening. What is it, 5 o'clock in Iowa? Iowa, sorry. Iowa. Gosh, Iowa. 10:30 in South Australia, Stephen. Brilliant. And what are you doing? Are you are you not working? Are you having a day off, or are you retired? What's going on? Evening here in Iowa. So it's still it's still Valentine's Day in some parts of the world. Did you celebrate Valentine's Day or not? And who did you celebrate with? 7 p.m. in Florida. Brilliant. I have been to Miami. I love Miami. I went to Miami in 1997, I think. Yes, I love Miami. I've not been back. I really want to go back to Miami. Whereabouts in Florida do you live? And oh gosh, living in the sunshine all year round is just wonderful. Yeah, you're watching. You're in the UK. Yes, sir. You're in the UK. 3 minutes past midnight in the UK. Thanks for staying up. Yeah, I'd be in bed by now. If I wouldn't be watching from the UK. I'd be in bed now. What are you learning? I hope you're picking up some good tips about life in the Philippines. And are you planning on coming to the Philippines? Have you been to the Philippines? What are your plans? Are you thinking of coming to live in the Philippines? And I hope you're picking up some good tips on coming to live here. I've been here, I came in March 2020, and so this is my 4th year here, although I have nipped out a few times. This is my 4th time here. So, the topic of today's discussion is Filipinas. Why Filipinas? What attracts you to Filipinas? I will kick off. The Philippines was never on my radar. I was never interested in Filipinas. It was never on my radar. And then it came on my radar about 5 years ago when I was watching YouTube vloggers such as Rike, Gio, about the Philippines. And they were discussing the fact that Filipinos are into age gap relationships. And at the time, I was in my late 50s and not getting any attention from the ladies in the UK. I wasn't really interested in the ladies in the UK of that age, but younger ladies, 30s, 40s, I wasn't getting any attention. So I heard that Filipinos are attracted to older men. So this is what brought the Philippines on my radar. So this is why I'm here. What attracts you to the Philippines? Is it just the Filipinas? I hope not. I hope it's more to the Philippines that attracts you to the Philippines than Filipinas. Tell me what attracts you to the Philippines. BA, I'm looking to visit soon. Have a friend there I would like to meet. I'm a little bit cautious of traveling internationally. Have you never traveled internationally before? Have you been to Asia or not? I've spent a lot of time in Asia over the last 20 years, and coming to the Philippines is no big deal if you've been to other countries in Asia. Just before I came to the Philippines in 2019, I was in Thailand, where I've spent a lot of time also. And coming into the Philippines, I felt no difference. So if you've traveled to other countries in Asia, the Philippines is no big deal. It is very similar. I'm attracted to Filipinos because they are simple. USA women are too complicated. That is a good point. Yes, Filipinos are simple. Although I don't really like the expression simple, as in the West, simple implies stupid. Filipinos are not stupid. They say they're simple, but they're not stupid. I'm engaged to a Filipina. No age gap though. So Stephen, did you say how old you are? I don't think you did. How old are you, Stephen? And obviously there's no age gap. And where are you? You're in Canada. Stephen, you're in South Australia. So you're engaged to a Filipina. Is she now with you in Australia, or is she in the Philippines? Oh, it's your day off. You work nights as a pastry chef. Brilliant. Have you been to the Philippines before, Stephen? You're engaged to a Filipina, and where is she? If she's in the Philippines, where is she? And how many times have you been to the Philippines? Thank Marjanko, I'm better looking on live stream. That's very kind of you to say. Although people do say about in my videos, normal videos, they say, why are you wearing those hideous glasses? It's very kind of you to say I'm better looking in a live stream. What about the glasses? Are they still hideous? Actually, my new frames are coming this week. They cost me over like $150 for new lenses, which will be slightly thinner, I hope. BA, yes, why are you cautious about travelling? Thanks, Alan. Alan Messina says, hit the like button. I didn't get many likes the other day. I don't know why. Perhaps because I was droning on for 3 hours about nonsense. I didn't really get many likes. So please hit the like, share and subscribe, which is good for my analytics. So, is it I am DeGrunge? I am DeGrunge. I've been chatting to a Filipina since last April. Gosh, so it's almost a year. So your first visit is this coming November. To where? Are you coming to Cebu? I think you're coming to Cebu. And where did you start chatting to her? Did you start chatting to her on a dating website? And which one? And did you watch my my recent video about LDR? And how do you feel about LDR? Because I'm not very keen on LDR, but how do you feel about it, and how do you cope with it? How often do you talk to her? Yes, whatever you need to know, BA, about travelling internationally, just ask me. Oh, warm Manchester. Hello, Kenny. I lived in Manchester in 1986-7. I lived in Fallowfield in Manchester. I was at college up in Cheshire, and Manchester was 30 miles away, and Cheshire, where I was living, in a small village called Alsager. You probably will never have heard of it, but I went to a college called Crewe and Alsager near Manchester, and I commuted from Manchester to Alsager in my final year of college, because Manchester had lots more going on, as you know, in the 80s. How old are you, Kenny? Of what era is your musical knowledge? Because I was there in the 80s. I love Manchester. I was in Fallowfield, Whitby Road, Fallowfield. Where are you in Manchester? Stephen's 41. She's 39. She's in Manila. Okay. So how many times have you been to Manila, and where do you stay in Manila? I don't know if you know. I lived in just outside BGC last year for 5.5 months, and I love that area. That area just outside BGC, with Greenbelt, quite close to P. Burgess. It's got everything there. So where does she live in Manila? Somebody else from Manchester as well, Neptune Meditation. Whereabouts in Manchester? And Wally Range. Oh my goodness. What north? Oh my. Now you're talking. Okay. I lived in Cheshire too, from 12 to 16 in Northwich, which is just down the road from where I was in Alsager. Wally Range. I love that name. And we used to go through. I used to go through Wally Range, and yeah, it's a good area. Okay, so if it's not a rude question, Marjenko asks, must have saved a big nest egg to live in the Philippines for so long. It's not too intrusive a question, because I do speak about my budget quite a lot, and I don't. If you know my channel, you know I'm very frugal. People call me a cheap Charlie. I'm very frugal. I don't spend more than $800, $900 per month. So this is how I've saved up my money, and I've come away. And yeah, you don't need a lot of money to live in the Philippines. You can live an awful lot cheaper. There are lots of okay flats, apartments. You don't have to live in a condo with a swimming pool and gym, which I am in. You don't have to do that. If you don't like swimming, if you don't like go to the gym, you can get an apartment for $100 a month, which are decent apartments. Thank you for liking my shirt. I got it in India, which you won't know because nobody watched my Indian videos over Christmas. Thank you for liking my shirt. I'm not too sure if it's actually linen or not, or what's that cheap fabric that is like linen. Neptune Meditation from Manchester is 38. Kenny used to work in Salford. Had some great nights out in Mank. Okay. It's great that Neptune Meditation and Kenny T they're both in Manchester and having a conversation. Hello C6W7R, what's up? It's morning in Cebu, 8:13. I had a few beers last night. It was Valentine's night, wasn't it? My mate Victor, if you've been watching my channel, you know I had a buddy in Manila called Victor, who we used to go out all the time in Manila. He texted me yesterday and said, I hope you've got a date tonight. And I wasn't that bothered. I wasn't that bothered. So I just had a few beers on my balcony. And after a few beers, I came inside and started cooking, listening to music. And then I had a couple of vodka and orange juices, and so my throat is a little bit yeah, dodgy. I'm not a big drinker anymore, so I've got some water here with ice. Happy Valentine's, CC. Did you celebrate with your missus? Do you have a missus? Who's got missuses here in your world? Do you have girlfriends, partners, or are you looking to just come to the Philippines and find a missus? Look, I need some more information, guys. I pay only $160 US a month to live in. Okay, so that guy. Why is this a hellhole? And where are you? Why? Okay, so I always love I love it when Filipinos tell me they live in Las Pinas. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I love it when Filipinos say that's where they live, because it always keeps me amused. Okay, so I'm glad that Blockchain Circles is here, because he's giving me a decent question. When you find a place area you want to settle down, what do you plan to do with your time daily? Stay single or marry? And do you think it will be in the Philippines? That's a very good question. Like, I'm on this internal search for everything, whether it be a place to live or a partner. I don't think that's ever going to happen. The permanent partner, and I'm sort of travelling around, as you know, to different areas of the country and different countries, looking for the ideal spot. And I'm never going to find it. I'm going to be on this route of looking for the best place to settle. And I don't think I'm ever going to find it. What's going to happen is I'm going to get to 70 and I think, oh, I'm staying where I am now, because, you know, it gets tiring being on the road all the time. You're a freelancer in Davao. I thought so you're from Manchester, 38. You're living in Davao. You've got to be careful how you say freelancer in this part of the world, because it implies other things. Okay, so you're staying in Australia, your girlfriend's in Manila, you come and visit her. How often do you visit her during the year? And what time of year do you come? And how often do you visit her? And how long do you stay? Stephen. Vietnam or Cambodia? Right, Cece. Are you not watching my previous videos? Last year I was in Vietnam for a month in March. It didn't rain at all. It was absolutely perfect. I'd been in Cebu. I'd been in the previous 4 months before I went to Vietnam. It had rained at different places throughout my journey around the Philippines. And I went to Vietnam and it didn't rain one day. And I've been to Cambodia before. Next year I will probably go back to Cambodia, because rent is cheap in Cambodia, in wherever. You can get really, really good apartments in Cambodia for $200 with swimming pool, and they're lovely. So next year I will spend probably a month in Siem Reap, where Angkor Wat is. Brilliant. You're going to meet a Trans-Filipina. Where are you going to meet them? Okay, Kenny. I'm single. I have a girl there that wants me to visit her and her 5-year-old church. She's beautiful. Okay, so how, BA, you've not met her yet? You've not met her. Where are you again? It gets confusing where you are. Are you in Iowa? Or you're in Canada? And where did you meet? And she wants you to visit her, obviously. She has a 5-year child and she's beautiful. There's nothing wrong with her having a 5-year child. And did you meet her on a dating app? Good question. Are you two set in your ways for a permanent partner? Yes, I think I am. I think I am. I think I am. It's just having to do stuff with somebody else is just annoying. I think I am too. Okay, so one example of this. When I go out for a coffee, I love to go to a coffee which has a good environment, and I would walk into a place, and if that place has not got a good environment, I don't feel comfortable there, I will walk out and go and choose somewhere else. Now, if I was with a partner, that's going to annoy them. I mean, I do this like 3 or 4 times. Because I am quite selective about, you might not think so, but I am quite selective about where I spend my time, and you know, I need to have the perfect spot. So yes, I am too set in my ways to have a permanent partner, because walking into a cafe, restaurant, and if I don't like it, if I sit down, get the menu and suddenly think, oh, I don't like it here, I say, come on, let's go. They will say, well, we're here now, and I know I'm not going to be comfortable there. So I am too set in my ways. So this is why I'm permanently single. It's all right having a girlfriend for however long, companionship for, but having settling down is not really. It might happen if I meet the most beautiful woman, like BA. If I meet the most beautiful woman, I will consider it. But I am a little bit set in my ways and long in the tooth to consider bringing someone into my life at this stage. If you're talking LDR relationships, never, for me, they never work out either. I'm not into. I think if you watched my video on LDR the other day, I am not this type of person who can do LDR. I'm on Facebook. Okay, I'm more on the online dating sites. I've never got into chatting to Filipinas on Facebook. I know they all use Facebook, and I've never got into that. Paranak near Greenbelt. Okay, Paranaque near Greenbelt. Greenbelt is great. Greenbelt is great. I love that area. I love the area of Manila. Stephen, have you been to Cebu or have you just been to Manila? And how many other islands have you been to in the Philippines? And have you travelled with her to other places, other beaches? Let me know. Okay, GK, yes. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will tell you some cool, fancy information about the Philippines if you're interested. Yes, you're right, Kenny. If you have a girlfriend, your expenses double. Well, I don't really double that much. Actually, when I had a girlfriend in Cebu, my expenses didn't really double. Oh, blockchain circles. Thank you very much. That's 10 euros. That's very, very kind of you. Thank you very much. God bless you. Where was I? As a music producer. Oh my gosh, I'm glad we're talking music because I love talking about music. Where are we? Okay, so when I had a girlfriend in Cebu, my expenses didn't really double because she had a job and she paid for her own rice. I wouldn't go to the store. I don't eat rice, so she would go and buy her own rice, and my expenses didn't really double because she had a job and she bought some vegetables and fruit, and we didn't go out that much. We just stayed in and watched Netflix. You're a music producer. I'm going to rent out the city. We've got every few days and scout for. That's great. Brilliant. That's great. What sort of music do you produce? What sort of era is it? What sort of genre is the music you produce? John Smith, being single is highly underrated. It's very true. It's like in society we are told to have a partner. It's what everyone needs to do. You need to have a partner. Why? My company is my time is priceless. I love, and sometimes a lot of times when I'm with other people, girlfriends, whoever, I feel like I'm wasting my time because, it's being single and alone is for me the way to go. Tell me if you agree with that. I'm glad, Anthony, you can hear me. Can you see me? Johnny Lawrence says some good points. Don't be a simp there. Foreigners at the top of the food chain. Get on with it. Okay, what do you want? Ask a decent question. You can hear me, Anthony, but ask me a question. Don't be a sissy boy. And anyway, I can record a whole live band too. Okay. Brilliant. Okay, so trance I got in when I went to Goa 20 years ago. I was I'm not into trance music, but when I was in Goa, I was sort of going to bars where I love. I'm not the sort of thing I play at home, but when I was in Goa, go to Goa, Neptune Meditation. Well, with a name like Neptune Meditation, you might have been to Goa. You can come sometimes for a few days. Well, you must be on decent money, Stephen, to just come for a few days, to just nip over. Although flights in Asia are cheap. So yeah, nipping over a few days. I love the people there. They exactly. The people here are very friendly. Is this why? What attracted you to Filipinas in the first place? This is the whole point of my live stream today. What attracted you to Filipinas? Why Filipinas and not Australians or English girls, boys? Why trans? Why Filipinas? Brown legs is a good point. Okay, so that's a very good point, but a lot of Filipinas don't like their brownness. My ex-girlfriend was putting white lotion on her body to make it less brown. We love morena skin as foreigners. We love morena skin, and the women here do not like their brownness, so they want to be white. It's just ridiculous. So, okay, no tattoos. Long hair, exactly. They've all got long black hair, and they've all got. They haven't all got slim brown legs. I mean, the way Filipinos are going at the moment, they're all getting shorter and wider. Unfortunately, no tattoos. They're becoming more tattooed. They're becoming more westernized. Unfortunately, they're getting hideous tattoos. See a girl with a butterfly tattoo, and I'm gone. But be original. They're not original thinkers. I do speak my mind. A lot of people who are new to my channel, I do speak my mind. Filipinos are not original thinkers. Yeah. Okay, so you're making some good points now. Thank you. They still believe in love and they want a normal life with family. They're very family oriented. They're very traditional. Yes, they want it. They're not all. Johnny says the tattoo ones are all like working girls. They're not. There's a lot of normal girls who, because they're not from the UK. Yeah, the UK. Yeah, exactly. I haven't dated a white woman for probably 30 years. My last girlfriend in the UK was from South Africa. She was a Hindu from South Africa, so she was of Indian origin, and that was early 2000s. Before that, in the 90s, my girlfriend was Sri Lankan, and then before that, my girlfriend was from Essex. So my last girlfriend from Essex was late 29. My last white girlfriend was when I was 29, and then I went to Asia. I became yellow fevered, as somebody said the other day. Yes, Filipinos do have beautiful skin, eyes and hair. Remind me, chocolate ice cream cone. Are you allowed to say that? Stephen's been to Boracay and Palawan. Okay, so you probably didn't watch my videos from Boracay. Oh, Boracay, it's Boracay, you fool. And Palawan. Did you go on a boat trip in Palawan? You probably did. The missus with you probably said, come on, Stephen, take me on a boat trip. I didn't do that in Palawan. I just went to El Nido, Coron, and then Port Barton. Port Barton on Palawan is lovely. If you go to Palawan, just go to Port Barton. They are getting bigger, and their tattoos are ugly. Yeah, I mean they're getting lots of huge tattoos. They are simple. Yeah, well, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, simple is not a great term, is it? Okay, so Neptune meditation. How do they take to you being bald? Okay, no offense, that's fine. Okay, so my friend Victor, who's bald, who was here in Manila, the ladies loved him. They don't seem to love me as much as they love Victor. I don't know what it is. Perhaps because he's more of a bear, macho guy, and I'm a bit slim and probably more feminine. They haven't really taken to me. I've only been bald recently, since I came back from India. So I don't really know yet. I've only been back in the Philippines 3 weeks. 3 weeks tomorrow, I'm back. And so Cece, have you dated a Filipina? I can't remember what you said about your dating history. Have you dated a Filipina? And did you start chatting to her when you were bored? Oh gosh, Red Roy, that is very kind of you. 20 euros, Red Roy, that's very lovely. Thank you very much. Bit torn between staying single and free. Exactly. Don't. Most Filipinos won't date an atheist. Well, don't tell them. Just don't tell them. Just say you're spiritual. I'm torn between staying single and free, or the other option. I'm exactly like that. Well, as you just said, you're just like me. I'm leaving it. I'm not saying anything. If people say to me, "Will you settle down?" I don't know, and I'm just leaving my options open. It's just why give yourself a I need to find a woman by the time I'm 65. Don't do that. In fact, don't just come for Filipinas. I've made a video about this. Why are you coming just for Filipinas? There's so much more going on here. In your country, do you give women 100% of your time? No. And guys, just move over here, retire, and just come with focus on Filipinas. I'm going to find a Filipina to make me happy. I had a message the other day from a guy in Australia who said, I am really, really, really lonely. Can I come to Cebu and you help me find a woman? Why are you doing that? Why are you putting the emphasis on women to have a better life? Filipinos are great, yes, if you want to settle down. But don't put your eggs into her basket. Do other stuff. And why Filipinas? Why Filipinas? The reason, get jacked. I mean, what do you mean? Yeah, you're right. I went to the gym 2 days ago and I'm going to go today. I should have gone 3 days ago. I should have gone yesterday. You're right. I'm going to, I used to be quite bigger. I used to be 85, 90 kilo and now I'm down to 69. I'm working on it. Well, I'm not going to get jacked because I'm not going to eat loads of junk, but the reason you're supposed to be in a couple is to have children. Is that right? Is that part of life's plan? We're all meant to be on this world to have children and leave our legacy behind. You're with a Filipino because you don't trust Aussie women after my divorce where I was cheated on. Oh, okay. I've worked with so many Filipinos here in Australia. Filipinos have that je ne sais quoi. That's correct, they do. Yes. Do you trust them? I married a Chinese and now after 16 years going through divorce I'll bring it back to UK. Never thought about Filipino until watching the vlogs. Okay. And how was your well, are you sorry, Cece, you worked in Shanghai and Beijing, didn't you? Yeah, you need to remind me, but you did work in China for some time and that's obviously where you met the. So are you a UK citizen? I can't remember. My most viral show. Oh, okay, John Smith. Yeah, okay, so John Smith says the last Filipino he was with was featured in my most viral short. So yeah, that got about 200,000. Were you with her at the time that I met her in Bohol, on Alona Beach? Was when she was talking about the guy she was with? Was that you? Yeah. Okay. So her IQ is 75. Filipinas' IQ is not very high. And also, I find you might think this is wrong, but I think a lot of Filipinas with a higher IQ are not going to go for foreigners. Victor will tell me off for this, but I find that a lot of Filipinos with a high IQ are not interested in foreigners. Correct me if I'm wrong. Sing. Tell me a song to sing and I will sing it. Maybe. The one with the old boat. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Whereabouts in London were you born? Collier Row. You just got back from the Bell and Gate in Collier Row. Is that on the Southend Arterial? The Bell and Gate. It rings a bell. And What? And how many pints did you have? And what do you drink? It's double. Procreate. That I was going to say that. You're right. I was going to say that. That was after me. Okay. You need the links. Look, Johnny, look, just go on my videos. I've not done many shorts. Just go on my video channel and just go most popular short, and his ex-girlfriend with the low IQ will pop up. Brilliant. Where? Okay, Neptune meditation. Where are you going to make music with the Filipinos? Where in the Philippines are you going to go? And where's my invite? I will come along and make a video. Yes, global vagabond. I'm of the same opinion. Why are guys sending money to these ladies 8,000 miles away without ever meeting them? It is very bizarre. It's okay if you've been to the Philippines and have met a girlfriend and yeah, you are committed, go home, then send money to them. But send someone you've not actually met is, I don't understand it. You were born in Hammersmith Hospital, but we lived in Ladbroke Grove. You've lived in some great places. I used to live near Hammersmith. I used to live in Chiswick, on Chiswick High Road. I love Chiswick. I love Hammersmith. Okay, so now you're getting me excited, because I used to go to Hammersmith Odeon and Hammersmith Palais to see many bands in my teens, and yeah, it changed its name to Hammersmith Apollo. I used to go to Hammersmith Odeon. I saw the Clash there. I saw the Pretenders. I saw the Jam. I saw everybody in Hammersmith. If anyone's interested in music. Kensal Rise. I love Ladbroke Grove as well. I used to go out drinking in Ladbroke Grove. Yeah. So, parabiology, he got a high IQ 21-year-old Filipino when I was 47. Brilliant, you're getting married. That's wonderful. Where are you getting married? That is good news. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad you got a Filipino with a high IQ. Well done. So Cebu first. When are you coming? You're coming in a few months. Okay, brilliant. Okay, what is your question? You said, can you answer my question real quick? Well, you haven't given me a question. Okay. Filipinos are very jealous. I mean, you say she was insanely jealous. They're all jealous. I mean, it's just, oh God, they're all jealous. It's just like, has anyone ever dated a Filipino who's not jealous? Is the MRT in Manila safe? Look, sorry, those bottles of alcohol I drank last night are making a noise. The MRT in Manila is safe. There's nothing. Okay, Manila is safe. It's safe. I travelled a few times to Quezon City from where I'm staying in Guadalupe. It is safe. You just need to go a certain time of day, like mid-afternoon. Just don't go rush hour when you're going to get rammed in like you're in New York subway. Can I ask a question? Well, of course you can ask a question. Just ask the question. Collier Rome, just up from police station, across the park side. Okay. And what did you drink? So Collier Row, yeah, okay. Across the arterial, yes, of course. I haven't lived in that area since I lived in Romford, and I left Romford in 1989. My mother moved to Wickford. Probably in 1990 she moved to Wickford. So I haven't really been back to Romford, apart from going to a few funerals. Chiswick, I know, but I never went. Okay. Okay, so I'm getting rid of you because you're asking stupid questions. Yes. People who ask stupid questions I get rid of. That's why I need a moderator. Mandaluyong, a decent option. Okay, so I actually stood, I don't know if you watched my videos from Mandaluyong. I actually stood outside SM Light Residences and I was panning up, and one of my viewers said you were panning up at my condo. That is a good area because it's not far. There's some good places around there. There's some good places in that area. It's a good place for a drinking area near there, and there's some good malls. Okay, so people say malls in the Philippines are rubbish, which I do say as well. But the malls in Manila, Makati, are good malls. They are different. How do you deal with tempo? Good question. A few of my viewers have said just walk away, just go. Okay, yeah, I'm quite sensitive. When girls have got tempo, I'm sort of there consoling them, saying, "What's the matter, love? What's this all about?" And of course, they don't want to talk to you because they've got tempo and they shut down. It's the worst thing in the world when females just shut down and just. The way to deal with it is just to go out. Basically, you should just go out and think, "Sod it, I'm going out. I'm going to go off and have a nice afternoon on my own." And just when I come back, or other guys have said, "Look, just I'm not dealing with that. If you're going to have tempo, just go back to the province. Just I'm not dealing with it. Just if you're going to live with me, just I'm not having any of that nonsense." I'm not as harsh as that, but yeah. Oh, John Smith's done with Filipinas. I dated some here in the States when I was young and handsome, but they never lasted more than a few months. So, John Smith, where are you now? Are you back in the States? I dated some here in the States. So you're obviously back in the States. Are you not considering coming back to, excuse me, the Philippines? Saying you're done with the Filipinas, are you not going to come back to the Philippines? That you will find that they are Neptune meditation says they are raging jealous because they are worried that you will find out all the men they are talking to and cheating with. Very true. My feelings about Filipinas, I've been here 4 years, as you know. My feelings about Filipinas being trustworthy has changed. Only because I've got to know the Philippines and got to know Filipinas. I don't really trust them. A lot of you will say, my Filipina is different. She's into me and she's not going to sway. But yeah, good for you. Are you in church? No, I used to go to church. I think you were very unlucky with your ex. Yes. Where are you, Red Roy? Thanks for the contribution, but are you still in the Philippines or are you back home somewhere? Okay, so Humbert. I noticed a couple of other vloggers being blunt about the desperation of some men heading to Asia, knowing they do not stand a chance in their own countries. If you've watched my video on dating at 60 plus, you will realise that yes, we are not as in their thoughts. You're right. Guys do get desperate. People do get desperate and come here, and it's not. The reality is different. Yeah. Yeah, Double Dutchy, you're true, because watching Chelsea now is not great. Did my viewership drop off when I went to India? Asked Raider Reborn. Yes, it did. People on this channel are not interested in India. I don't know why. I think because a lot of people watch my channel because I'm based in the Philippines, and they come and they tune into my channel to watch videos on the Philippines, and then when I suddenly jump ship and go to India, they think, well, I'm not going to bother watching him anymore, which is strange because I don't know why people don't want to go to India. Going to Goa is wonderful. Whilst we're on the subject, I've been going 45 minutes, and if you're new to this channel, please could you like, share and subscribe, because it helps my algorithm. So it did drop off. No tempo. That is amazing. You are very lucky that you got a Filipino with no tempo. It's brilliant. You're in Las Vegas, but I've spent a lot of time in Asia. Are you? You say you're done. You say you're done with Filipinas. Does that mean you're not coming back? My video in India video had no real content. Thank you, John. I like Johnny Lawrence says it how it is, like I do. Do I look like Michael Keaton? Is that a positive? So I only watched the Dumagetti fist fight video yesterday. I had no idea. I don't really tune into Duma Regrette vloggers, but as people on my channel the day before kept going on about what was going on in Duma Regrette, I decided to watch it. My high IQ girl lived in Australia, so she likes. Does she get your sense of humour, Stephen? Because I found a lot of Filipinos. Is it the Filipinos with the low IQ that only get slapstick? Is it the Filipinos with high IQ get sarcasm? Is that what it is? How comes I'm still there? That's a good question. It's not just about the ladies, as I keep saying. I'm not here just to find a lady. I'm here because I like the Philippines. And if you were listening to what I was saying earlier, don't come to the Philippines just for the ladies. It's not just the ladies. There are great beaches here. It's a great place to live. It's not just the ladies. I had a Kaima girlfriend for 3 years. Oh. So you botched that one up, John. How was living in Phnom Penh? And how was your experience with a Kaima girl? And what was there an age? I mean, you say you're 70? Did you say you were? How old was she? And do they like age gap relationships in Cambodia? As I just said earlier, I don't know if you were here then. I'm planning on going to Siem Reap next year. I've been there before a couple of times, so I'm planning on spending a month there. The fist fight video is on Every Man's Stories, his channel. It was there yesterday. I don't know if he's taken it down, but he gives his side of the story. Okay, so Rusty, you have gone. So you're John Smith. You're back in the States, and I really like KL as well. I was there in KL last April. I went for my birthday to KL, and I treated myself to a nice hotel for 3 days. And as you know, I'm a cheap Charlie, but I treated myself to a nice hotel. I love KL. I love KL. The only problem with KL I found is that accommodation was expensive. I was being shafted on Airbnb, and I was paying a lot of money on Airbnb. I wanted to find a condo for 3 months in Kuala Lumpur, and you can't. It was very difficult finding a condo for a low period of time. Where are we? Yes, Sai. Ladies is not just the Philippines is not just a ladies thing. You don't get British humour. Just watch more comedy from the UK. Charlotte Keith. Okay, so yes, I am British. Charlotte Keith. I used to go. Where are you based? I used to go to school in Hornchurch, Essex, and I was friends with the Keith family. John Keith was in my year at school, and I knew the family in Hornchurch. Are you from England? Are you related to the Keiths in Hornchurch? Okay. I will try and show some tall, hot Filipino girls if I can find them. There are not that many, and most tall Filipino girls are not girls. I'm back in Europe. I'll return to the Philippines in March. Okay, you lived in light residences. Was that you that was saying that I was looking up at your condo link? You can ask a question. Why do people just say, can I ask a question? Just ask a question. Hello, Funsky. You were here the other day. Good to see you back. Well, I'm on a tourist visa. You can stay 3 years on a tourist visa. LA hipster, you were here the other day as well. Have you not been to the Philippines? You can stay for 3 years on a tourist visa and then leave the country overnight and come back if you want to stay 3 years. Last time I did, I'm nipping out within 6 months now, every time. If you go within 6 months, you don't have to fill out an ECC clearance form, which is no big deal. You just need to go to the immigration and fill it out, and it costs you 500 pesos. But a lot of people just want to go without filling out the ECC form. I just want to go because I don't want to stay here 6 months. I'm going out and coming back. Hi Tedaze, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. KL is a better value for the money. You're right. KL is great, and it's got a great infrastructure. I love KL. I love KL. I've never dated. That is, yeah, that would be great. If you know a mother and daughter situation who are game for that, let me know. You're an old surfer from Southern California. Wow. So where have you been in the Philippines? Where have you travelled to? Father Ted, yeah, get the guy who doesn't watch he's not into British humour. Get him to watch Father Ted. I was never into Father Ted either. Starting at the end of November, Mitra, you were here the other day. Hello. Thanks for liking my videos. You will be travelling to Thailand for 6 weeks starting at the end of November. Where are you going in Thailand? Oh, you're in. Where are you going in Thailand and the Philippines? Tell me where you're going to at the end of November. You're in Pattaya now. Oh, okay. You're asking me where I should go. You've never been. Have you never been to? Never been to Asia? Okay. Gosh. Oh yes, I remember you from Germany. You're going to Thailand and the Philippines. Where do you want to? Okay, I'll think about this. It's a good question. I don't have lots of money. Yes, you do stand a chance. Why? You don't need. Look, you just need to take them to Jollibee once a week, and they're fine. So, how did you like Sikihor and Bohol? I've never been to Sikihor. I went to Duma Regreti. And I was planning on going to Sikihor last January, but it was always raining and I never got there to Sikihor. I love Bohol. Watch my long Bohol video. Okay, so you're now 62, is that right? Okay, you're the same age as me. Oh, you just said that. I read ahead. I was working it out from 2017. I should have just read, I'm your age now. Okay. She was 29, had degrees in financial English. I got extremely lucky. We met online. Okay. Did you meet on a website or Facebook? No, I've never kicked anyone's ass. I was never a fighter. I'm more of a talker. The dating scene, I feel, is better in Cebu. Although Victor will tell you otherwise. He had a better time in Manila. I don't know why he had so much luck in Manila. He had a great time in Manila, and I didn't. He came to Cebu, didn't have as much luck. Is there any reason to learn Tagalog? Well, how old are you? And how much time have you got? Do you really want to? Okay, it's okay. It's great for meeting people, and it's great for conversations. I don't know if you watched that. What's his name? What's his name? Something Asia. What's the guy who's 130,000 subs? Really awesome name. Not Living Abroad. He's got that as well. But the other guy, the bald guy from America, who's based in Bohol, he does a lot of language learning. Okay, so Lex500 asks, is food one of the top 5 reasons you prefer to live in the Philippines? No, food is not one of those. I do like chicken adobo, and I do love pork adobo, but food here is not as good as other countries. Is Thailand more expensive than the Philippines? I think it is, yes. Although you can get decent condos for the same price. But I find when I first went back to Thailand last month, yes, I did find that Thailand, I did feel to begin with Thailand was more expensive. Kenny T, that's a good point. Learn Tagalog, but don't tell them. There's a great guy on the YouTube who speaks Mandarin and he just lets them talk about him, and then he responds in fluent Mandarin. He knows loads of languages. He's a very bright guy. Okay, you'd like to go to Pattaya firstly. What are your plans? Are your plans to go to the bars or what? Pattaya is a place. If you've never been to Asia, you need to go to places that are picturesque, good islands, not just parties. It depends what you're into, but Pattaya is not really a destination. It's not a great destination if you're coming to Asia for the first time. You need to go to some beautiful islands. Okay, I'm planning to probably go back for a visit next summer. I will only go back to England when it is not winter, because I can't stand the weather there, as you know. So I will only go back for a summer or summer period. So I'm looking at going. I won't go back to live at the moment. Probably when I'm on my last legs in a home. You keep asking, can I ask a question? And you don't ask a question, so you're probably very annoying. Great channel, thank you. I'm a fan. So I was brought up in the Benny Hill era. So that was on the box, we used to call it, in the living room weekly. So yeah, I was brought up at that time. Hello Roland, nice to see you here. So where are you now? You were here. Where are you? You arrived, didn't you, Roland? You're in the Philippines at the moment. Where are you? Okay, so Mr. Can I ask a question? You're gone, mate, because you're very annoying. Yeah, and you're very annoying as well. I'm just removing these people. Yes, I do need a moderator. Asian dating. Okay, the internet is really bad on most islands. When I went to Bantayan, it was just like horrible. On smaller islands, the internet is not great. It's a very good question, Ruth Pizza. A YouTuber keeps busy almost as if they had a proper job. I am a YouTuber 24 hours a day. You wouldn't believe it, because most people don't, like my budget videos. I am preparing content, I'm preparing scripts for other videos. On my laptop, I start scripting other video ideas, and so I work my way between other video ideas and script them. You might not think they're scripted. Well, this is obviously not scripted, but a lot of my videos are scripted. So it is a proper job. Sometimes I spend 2 or 3 days editing a video. You might not think so if you look at it, but yeah, it is a full-time job. I didn't take to Palawan. Palawan has got big press, and I didn't take to it. You learnt 200 Tagalog words in 4 weeks. That is brilliant. I couldn't do that because I'm from Essex. 5 islands you travelled to: Luzon, Mindoro. I wasn't keen on Mindoro. Cebu, Boracay, and Palawan. I liked Mindoro and Palawan most. Oh my God, you're the complete opposite to me. Mindoro didn't. Did you go to what's it called? Sabang. Oh God, Mindoro didn't offer. Okay, so you're probably more of a nature lover. I am more of a city boy who likes the beach. So yeah, I love Boracay. I think you're right about Victor, because he's Spanish. They do like the Spanish look, because the Philippines was infiltrated by the Spanish. Hello, Angie. Thai ladies, you're right. You're right. Thai ladies are, yeah. Thailand does have better looking ladies, although I don't trust them as much as I trust them. Oh God, here we go. So here's Neptune talking Tagalog. Yeah, most Filipinos don't get sarcasm. It's slapstick. It's right. They love Mr. Bean. Asian dating. I am aware of that website. Oh, okay, Ko Chang. Ko Chang is a good spot. I've been there. Exactly. You don't need yeah. If you like beach and water sports, Philippines is great even without women. Exactly. Yeah, Angie is probably a bloke, and people who say, "Can I ask you a question?" are annoying. You're from America. Whereabouts? 20 million pesto will buy you a lot. Hello, Maria. So I'm getting lots of annoying dudes now. Favorite British sitcom? Ah, God. That's a difficult question. Yeah, sorry. Well, Johnny, there's a video about him talking about it. The actual fist fight wasn't filmed. It's only the one I found about him talking about it. Yeah. No, he's not going to put the fist fight video on YouTube because there isn't one. I'm glad you appreciate my information. As we're here, please could you like, share and subscribe for those who are not subscribed already, and those who are just saying, can I ask a question, probably aren't going to bother. I'm having a great day. Okay, so if you go to Secure, Globe works better than Smart. I've only got Globe. I've only ever had Globe. Exactly. You can live on less than $1,000 a month. It is just so easy. I don't know why vloggers just fool you into thinking that they don't want you here. A lot of people who are here think, oh, I don't want other foreigners here dampening my spirit. I am in Cebu, and I've been back in Cebu for 3 weeks tomorrow. Is this true? Okay, so I think Angie is now gone. Big World Cinema, my platform is YouTube. Obviously, because you are on YouTube. Thank you, John. Creating content, yes. You could be a YouTuber. It's just, well, you put in as much as you want to. It sounds a bit obvious, but a lot of YouTubers just do it on their phone, and I'm not like that. Honest John is on his way back to the UK, going back to Essex as we speak. I do enjoy editing, yes, and thank you for enjoying watching them. I enjoy the whole process. And I love choosing music to go, and I spend a long time. You probably don't realise this, but I spend a long time choosing the proper music. I am in Cebu, yes. Yeah, I know, getting a fair share of trolls. I need a moderator. Can you guess the country I'm from? No. Good morning, Donald. Oh, there is a video of the fire. Okay, I didn't know that. Maybe it's got taken down. I don't know why they put it all up. Everyone's clearing the air with their side of the story. It's a big nonsense. I mean, why just let it go? Why are you doing that? Okay, so you're in Pangasinan. And how long are you staying for this time? You arrived this week, didn't you? You liked White Beach. Okay. So I've heard that. I've heard that White Beach has good diving. So yeah, I'm not a diver. There is that White Beach area away from Sabang that is quite nice, but it was dead. I lived. I stayed there 3 nights, and it was. I don't know if it's the time of year, but it's a very lovely beach, White Beach in Puerto Galera. But Sabang is horrible. Okay, so Jimmy Mack. I love Jimmy Mack because I always want to sing Jimmy Mack's song. For me, the Moscow situation, I'm on the 18th floor. I don't get any mosquitoes or the odd one, and I don't, it's not bad. Well, you can, Majanka is asking if every island has a different cell service. No, you can, I've had Glow since for the last 4 years, and every time I travel around, I use Globe, and it's generally fine, but on smaller islands the internet is rubbish anyway, so it doesn't really matter if you've got Globe or Smart, because the internet is rubbish. How do I edit on what's it called? The free software, that iMovie, that comes with my laptop. It's my laptop is 11 years old, and next time that Honest John comes from the UK, he's bringing a refurbished laptop for me, because this laptop is 11 years old, so I'm working, it keeps cutting out, so I edit on iMovie, which is fine. People say you should get, what's the other one, Final Cut Pro, but I think they're okay. I think you can own land if you're married to a Filipino. I don't follow Formula One. I did when I was a lad, because Formula One was on all the time. Well, it's still on all the time now, but it was on the TV all the time, and we used to watch it. But I never got into Formula One. Tell me the appeal of Formula One, because a lot of girls actually say they're into Formula One. I'm not into motorsports. I'm only really into football and. Okay, so Neptune meditation. When you come to Cebu, when you come to the Philippines, it'll be great to meet up and we can have a collaboration. That would be brilliant. I am in Cebu City. I've been back here for 3 weeks, and I'm probably planning on staying here for another 5 weeks. Where are we? Okay. You are okay. So. Thank you for liking my content, Humphrey. Are you able to open a bank account in the Philippines without an alien card? Okay, so a lot of people say you can open a bank account with you can get your ACR card after 2 months anyway, so that doesn't matter. You just need to be in the country for 2 months, and then you get your ACR card. I don't have a bank account. A lot of people do get bank accounts, and a lot of banks say they won't give a bank account to people with an ACR card who has got tourist on it. You have to go to different banks, and you will find somebody. If you go and talk to the manager and say you're putting in $20,000 into their bank, then they will give you a bank account. I go to HSBC ATM, and with my Starling UK bank card, I get free cash withdrawals. So that's how I get free cash withdrawals at this end, because Starling don't charge, and I don't pay ATM fees with my Starling account. You can get a bank account or credit card that doesn't do ATM fees. In Thailand, it's horrible. Okay, so John Smith, thank you very much. I've been a photographer all my life, and then I got a 5D Mark II, early 2000. So 20 years ago, I got a 5D Mark II, which had a video option on there, and I never created any. I made one. Because I was afraid of doing, because I sit in front of the computer editing my photographs all the time. I didn't want to sit in front of the computer editing videos and for another 20 years. So you're right, I love film and I love cinematography, and I want to put more of that in. There's nothing wrong with non-stop texts and video calls all day, but you can put a stop to the video calls. You can say, look, love, I don't want to chat to you on video. You can just block them. Do I mainly use Airbnb? Okay, so I've been travelling around for the last 15 months around different countries, and I've been using hotels, Booking.com, Agoda, and Airbnb. Yeah, the three. Okay, you're relocating there. I would. A lot of people just look online. They think, oh, Cebu looks like a nice place to live, and they come here and they get a condo for 6 months. No. Get Airbnb, 2 weeks. Flights are really cheap here, really cheap. If you're a city boy, go to Cebu, Manila, Iloilo. Just go to spend 2 weeks. I don't know how much time you've got. You're planning on relocating? You're relocating, and you've got a lot of time. Just spend 2 weeks in each destination and see how you feel about the place. Yeah, you need to travel around, but don't go to Dumaguete where there's lots of fist fights now. Mosquitoes don't travel very high up either, do they? They're more attracted to okay. Shout. Okay, so I'm losing my voice. Shout, shout, let it all out. These are the things I can talk about. Come on. I love Tears for Fears. Tears for Fears are one of my bands. What is my favourite picture? Oh gosh, that's a very good question. I'm going home. Yes, exactly. I said that. They asked where you were, Honest John, and I've told them you're on your way home. It didn't take me that long to edit my videos. Because I've been on Photoshop all my life. I'm sort of quite good at picking up. Didn't take long. You're right. I just went onto YouTube and I learned how to learn iMovie pretty quickly. And it's very simple. You can message me on Insta or Telegram. Did I ever see them in concert? I think I saw. Did I see Culture Club in concert? I think I did. Great. Neptune, let us know when you're here. Thank you, Big Al. I tend to WhatsApp and then ask them for photos holding. Yeah, you're right. So the other day I did. I don't know if you watched my recent video on LDR where I asked her to point at the camera. You weren't impressed with Wall. Did you not watch my video from Lambug Beach? And did you not go to White Beach? Wall. You have to pronounce it with W's. Wall is the town itself is not great, but you have to get out of the town and go to White Beach and go to Lambug, which is near the falls, the waterfalls. So Humphrey, you're 54. You're going to relocate. So after 7 years downsizing, and when are you planning on coming? When are you setting this in motion? I mean, it took me 6 months to get rid of all my rubbish. In 2 months' time, okay. So I assume at the moment no, Lambug Beach and White Beach are not the same thing. White Beach is near to the town, and Lambug Beach is 20 or 30. Did you not watch my video of being driven to Lambug Beach on the back of a scooter? That is about 30 kilometers away. That is a lovely beach. Wall is great, and as long as you get out of Wall. Oh, you're meeting your LDR's family in November. Both her parents are pastors. Yes. Separate rooms. It'll be won't only be a separate room. You'll be next door. You'll be living with the auntie next door. Okay. Well, yeah. You went to the crappy wrong beach. Didn't like. Well, obviously because it's not a great beach. No, when I'm talking about $100 apartments, I'm just talking about if you walk around the neighborhood, you will look up and you'll see all these lovely roof terraces. You're living with the locals at the $100 apartments. That RentPad doesn't have them, no, because they're too cheap. On RentPad, you're still going to find $375 apartments. I'm giving honest advice because yes, because I'm not a BSer, and yeah, I'm very honest in saying it how it is. So please, could you like, share, and subscribe? If you're liking this content and you have not subscribed yet, please could you like, share, and subscribe? Okay, so now I'm getting some trolls. So can you ask some questions, please, lovely people, about Filipinas and where you met your Filipina and why Filipinas? Why Filipinas and not Thais, Cambodians, Khmer Rouge, yeah, whatever. So I'm not getting any decent questions. Why have you all shut up and not asking many questions? I'm going to have a drink of water because my voice is going. I mean, now's the opportunity to ask questions. If you want something to, this is your ideal opportunity. I am in the Philippines. I will tell you answers to what you need to know. Okay, so going back to accommodation, it depends what you're into. Satan 60. If you want a swimming pool and gym, then they're all going to be on RentPad or going to find on an agency. But if you're happy staying in a room, they're all decent rooms. Then you can find them just by walking the street. You can, and people will also say outside their houses they will advertise room available or whatever. Depends how fussy you are. You'll be living amongst roosters, but depends how fussy you are. So Humphrey had one LDR for 5 months. She was only in Dubai, 3 hours flight, but difficult to arrange a meet. Chatting to a few. Okay, when are you coming? Did you say you're coming in 2 months? You're coming in 2 months' time, aren't you? I have already. What have you already done? Shortlisted. Okay, great. Better. You asked this the other day, I thought. Globe seems to work fine. So you speak some Spanish words. Zamboang, oh God. How many languages do you know now? I don't know any, apart from English and Cockney. Okay, so you met mine in Liverpool. What were you doing in Liverpool? Were you just on a visit? Why Liverpool? When was this? I went to Liverpool for the first time in 1984. I went to university college in 1984, and my best mate, Caffrey, who I met in 1984, who I'm still friends with now, he was from Liverpool. He was from Speak in Liverpool, spelt with 2 E's, not A-E-A. And he took me back to Liverpool. And we went to a club, and at the time I had long hair down to here. I can't do it anymore. So at the time I had a big bouffant of long hair, and I had a white leather biker's jacket. And these scousers came up to me and said, who the F do you think you are? Bruce Foxton? Although they said it in a scouser accent. Who the do you think you are? Bruce Foxton? And Bruce Foxton was in the Jam, and I just went, yeah. And nothing happened, but anyway. That was my night out in Liverpool. I love Scousers. I've been back there. I've been back to Liverpool. Went to Anfield. When did I go to Anfield? See Liverpool versus Brighton. You live in Liverpool, okay. I went back to Liverpool for a weekend about 5 years ago. And I love Liverpool. Is it hard to find HSBC Bank outside? Yes, it is. There was one in Davao, and there was one in Manila, Makati. Yes, there's a few. There's a few in the big cities, um, but outside the big cities, you can't find HSBC. But yeah, if you're yeah, was there one in Iloilo? I can't remember. But only in the big cities, HSBC. Yeah. Kenny T, yes, most of them, most of them, most of them will. Yeah, you're right. Then Negros, whereabouts in Negros are you going? Don't tell me you're going to Duma Regrette. Are you going to Bohol? You're coming to Cebu, and then are you going to Bohol is only 2 hours away by ferry. I would advise you to go to Bohol as well. Well, okay, what I did, I went from Cebu to Bohol to do Marigrete and then went up to Bacolod and Bacolod. Okay, if you go to Negros, Bacolod and then I went across to Iloilo. Yeah. So, are you flying or are you going to go to Manila or are you go to Boracay or Palawan? Where else are you thinking? Okay, undecided, but I would, if you're traveling around lightly, just with a backpack, nothing. If you're only here for 3 months, then just travel light. Don't bring much stuff. Go to Bohol. I keep kicking those bottles of beer that I had last night. Travel to Bohol. Bohol is great. Bohol is one of my favourite places. Travel there. Okay, so Big Al asks if the women in Mindanao, I do find the women in Mindanao are the best looking. I mean, I've met I met a lot of women in the Philippines, and when I was in Manila, I would chat to girls and I would say, "Where are you from?" And a lot of them would say Mindanao. And so I do think there is truth in the fact that women in Mindanao are the best looking. Yeah, but there's lots of beautiful women in Negros as well. But I don't know. Filipinos are beautiful wherever they are in the Philippines, but I do like girls from Mindanao. There is a truth in that. Thank you. I will do more vlogs with other. I will do more collabs with other vloggers. uh, I'm in Liverpool now. I know I love Liverpool. I love where did I stay? I stayed by the docks. I stayed when I was there 5 years ago. I stayed by the docks, and also there's a great sculpture. Have you seen the sculpture in the water? What's that place called? Go and visit the sculpture in the water. The tall Anthony Gormley sculptures in the water. It is brilliant. Go there. I hope you've been there, or go there and tell me you've been there. I'm not in a group or channel. Look at my description, Red Roy, and my contact details are there. Well, Scousers are a different race. Okay, so I don't really know what the hospitals are not great here. I know a friend who's had very bad experiences in the hospitals here. So I wouldn't want to get ill here. I wouldn't want to get sick in the Philippines because yeah, sadly I know of things that have gone wrong. What is the worst thing about Philippine culture do you not like that may affect any relationship with a girl? It's a very good question. Communication. Communication. Yeah, that is the biggest thing. That is the biggest thing. And a lot of the things they say, never mind. They just don't, because they're quite shy. They will say things like, when you ask them a question, they will say, never mind. And it is so annoying. That is the biggest thing about the Philippines culture that annoys me. It's the communication. They're not opening up. is that an Asian thing? Is it because we talk so much? You know, we have so much therapy in the West that we want to talk about ourselves. So this is a good point actually. I've met a lot of youngsters recently who suffer with depression, and I think that is it. I think it's because they don't get to open up as much as they should. I've met lots of people, I've met a number of people in their 20s who suffer with depression, and that is not great. And it's because of the communication. Filipinos don't communicate as much as they should. So I think that is, I hope I'm answering this correctly. Yeah, communication for me is, which does affect relationships with girls. I mean, yeah, my Filipina relationship, she didn't communicate. She would just, yeah, that is the biggest thing. Bacolod, yes. Bacolod is okay, but I would go to Bohol. I would spend time in Alona, yeah, well, not so much Alona, Panglao Island, Tagbilaran, the actual city, I quite liked. There's not much there. And go across, go and tour around Bohol. Bohol is a great island, and the people are really friendly. Her parents live in, oh God, I lost you now. Juma Regretti, yes. Her parents live in Bayawan. Where is Bayawan? But I wouldn't go back to Alona. Okay, yeah. I don't know if you were here the other day, but I'm thinking of going back to Panglao and hopefully doing every beach in one day. It's got about 10 beaches in Panglao. You can do it, and yeah, and hopefully go with a lady. Okay, so good question, Lex. Legazpi village. I went there. It's got a lovely market, hasn't it? Salcedo Market. Apart from that, I didn't see much advantages of living in that area. I would rather live near BGC or in BGC and near Greenbelt. I didn't see Legazpi village. To me, didn't offer. I went there a few times, and Legazpi village didn't really offer much for me. So, have you spent much time in Manila? And yeah, you need to move around and see what place is good for you. Sipalay does have a nice beach, although I've seen lots of pictures. Oh, your LDR was from Sipalay. I've seen some great mountains photographs from Sipalay, and the beach is great. Yes. Bohol, Romblon, yeah, CDO, Butuan. Okay, so I've been to CDO, Butuan, Iloilo. I want to go to Dipolo. What's his name has been there recently? Regular guy, and it's got a lovely boardwalk. So I want to go to Dipolo and Dapitan. You can fly to Dapitan, and I want to go to Ozimis as well. Honest John went to Ozamis, sorry. So I'm thinking of going to that area of Mindanao, and also General Santos I want to go to, where I haven't been to. I've been to CDO and I've been to Davao, and I want to go to, yeah, probably later in the year when it's not as rainy. Johnny says, do not do more. Oh, why not? There is no issues with English language and the citizens here. What is great about the Philippines is most people will speak English. That is the best thing about. Okay, so Gunner for life. You're gone, mate. Crosby. That's it. Crosby. Exactly. Crosby. That is the area. I went there on a train from wherever I was staying in the city centre. I went to Crosby. It's a great. Caitlin, hello. Cagayan de Oro. I love Cagayan de Oro. It's a little bit dirty, but I do love all the multiculturalism there. I love Cagayan de Oro. British, yes. Okay, so great hospitals in Davao. Bayawan, that's right. I have heard of, yes, exactly. when I first came here 4 years ago, I wrote down Bayarwan in my notebook as a place to go. You're right, but I never actually got there. So yes, but Bayarwan was, and I watched the vlog there. It looks like a decent place. The Filipinos depression is because they're obsessed with Facebook and social media. Okay, so this is the world now. The world is obsessed with social media. It's just so depressing. I mean, I was in Thailand and I just took on the train. Where was I? In Bangkok, and I just took a video of just people on their phones. It's not just the Philippines. It's worldwide pandemic. It's just phone rubbish. It's just, gosh. Can you not go on a train without having to spend the whole time looking at your phone? It's just what's taken over the world. It's just depressing. Yeah, thank you, Donald. Hello, Ice Dragon. From Idaho. Hello. Okay, so I haven't mentioned the B-52s yet. I love the B-52s. If anyone is a fan of the B-52s, they're one of my favourite bands. And they have a song, We're All Living in Our Own Private Idaho, which is such a wonderful song. Are you familiar with the B-52s? They are one of my favourite bands. Okay, yeah, so I want to go, yeah, I would like to, I've been to Darwin, I would like to go to Zamboanga. Thank you for liking my shirt. I got it in India, but you wouldn't have known that because nobody watched my Indian videos. Okay, so I will do that video tours. I will drop that in because people do say that a lot of my content is like Monty Python. And I spent lockdown in the Philippines reading Michael Palin's diaries. They are brilliant. I'm waiting for his fourth one to come out. He's now 80 now, and he's working on his fourth. They're really thick diaries, and I read them a couple of times. The first three, I loved Michael Palin. He is as anally retentive as I am, making notes and compiling diaries. And yeah, I compile a journal every day, and I read Michael Palin's diaries, and I loved it, and I reread them. Yeah, be careful in Mindanao. Filipino vlogger, which one is that? In Dipolog. Fancy getting, I parked my car. Okay, so Kenny T, I parked my car in Liverpool. So when I used to go to the match in Everton with my friend Caffrey, we used to go to, he's an Everton supporter, and we used to go and see Everton. We went to see Everton-Chelsea, and I'm a Chelsea supporter, and I was with him in the Everton end, and of course Chelsea won, and I'm going back a few years. And when he parked his car, there was some kids there who said, "Can we watch your car, mate? Can we watch your car, mate? Can we watch your car?" And you have to give them money, otherwise, yeah, they're gonna do your tyres. So you just give them 50p just to make sure that they don't, flatten your tyres. Fancy getting a boat and exploring? No, I wouldn't fancy getting a boat. So, yeah, where are we? I think they're on mobile mostly to find men. It's just so sad, isn't it, that they're all on their phones all day. Oh, Greenbelt is in the Gasper Village. Okay, yeah, okay. So I preferred BGC. I just preferred the BGC area. I was living outside BGC in Guadalupe in a Filipino neighborhood, and BGC warmed to me more as the time went on. In my first video of BGC, I just didn't, I was going over the wall from Guadalupe into BGC and coming back, and it felt like I was in a episode of what's it called? That film, Love Shack. Exactly, but I was into quite obscure B-52 songs. Give Me Back My Man and things like that. Love Shack was a bit too commercial. Although I have done Love Shack in karaoke with my friend Lynette. We did Love Shack at a university evening karaoke, and yeah, we did Love Shack. Do you worry? Okay, so when I was in Cebu, lived in Cebu a year and a half ago, there was a huge typhoon, Typhoon Odette. We were in this condo building 2 years ago in January, or was it December? December, and Typhoon Odette hit Cebu big time, and this whole area was. The telephone cables, the electricity cables, the telephone pythons or whatever, telegraph pythons, everything was down for days. Love Shack, yes. And yeah, I was with my girlfriend in the condo, and we hid under the duvet. You parked your car in Liverpool. Yeah, I know. Well, exactly. Okay, so any more questions about the Philippines? We are now on 109 people watching, which is lovely. And please, could you like, share, and subscribe? And where are you watching from? It is gone a little bit cloudy in Cebu at the moment, but I really want to go for a swim before 11 o'clock. At 11 o'clock, the sun leaves the swimming pool and goes behind the building. So I need to get up there before 11, before the sun goes. We are on our phones watching you. Yeah, as long as you're not on your phones chatting to a Filipina instead of me, because I'll get really jealous. Not. Finding a girl with large baps in the Philippines is only a lot of Filipinos with large baps have had children. Large baps is not a common sight here. It's more like padded bras, unfortunately. Now, Joseph. Joseph and Technicolor Dreamcoat. I close my eyes. Yeah, that's a great song. What a great song that was. Thank you for Gary Sharp. It's good to see you here. Talking about lady gardens. I am happy and staying healthy. Thank you for your consideration. You are in the UK, aren't you? Will that humour translate? No, nobody gets my humour. And females online have blocked me because they haven't got my humour. Yeah. People in the UK don't get my humour anyway. Big Al, Alabama. Hopefully 20k by my birthday. I am 63. I'm telling you all my age now. In April. I want to be on 20k by April, which will be exactly 2 years since I started the channel. So I started this channel April the 15th, 2022. I started the channel, and so it'll be my second anniversary in April 15th. So hopefully I'll be on 20k by then. Melbourne, you're in Melbourne. We'll be moving to Mindanao. Thank you for your appreciation video tours. You'll be moving to Mindanao, Malabalay. Okay. So your girlfriend, you've got your girlfriend, wife. What happens? Where did you meet her? And how long have you known her? Are you married? And tell me the situation. I started using motorcycle taxis in a year. No, I won't stick with Grab cars. In Manila, I was using motorcycle taxis. I love them. And they are so cheap. Gosh, yesterday afternoon, yesterday morning, I went to Ayala to get my shopping. It's less than a kilometre away. And I got my shopping, had a coffee in Bo's Coffee in Ayala. It was empty. I was there at 10 o'clock in the morning. There was nobody there. I'd done my shopping at 9:30 before the rest of the mall opened. So I did my shopping, had all my shopping bags, went to Bo's Coffee, and then had a coffee, and then got a motorcycle back to the condo. It cost me 20 peso. 20 peso on a motorcycle taxi, which is what? Oh, gosh, it's not even 30 pence UK. It's ridiculous. So motorcycle taxis are on my way to go now. I'm getting slightly obsessed with them. I should be walking more. Americans don't get sarcasm. Okay, so Americans do get humour. The Americans do get. Oh, Gary, you're in Missouri. I thought you were in the UK. You're in Missouri. I'm getting a bit dry again. And I actually didn't drink my coffee. I haven't had my morning coffee yet. I did my coffee, like, where are we now? 2 hours ago, and I haven't drunk it. So it's virtually an iced coffee now, isn't it? Is there a music bar called Havana in Greenbelt? Havana doesn't ring a bell. Malabalay will be cooler than Baguio. I didn't go to Baguio because I'm from the UK, as you know, and I can't do cold weather. So I went to La Union in Luzon, but didn't go to Baguio because I didn't want to feel like I was back in the UK. And you're saying that Malabalay will be cooler. So is it up? It's up the mountainside, is it? Yes, I'm a sucker for a nice rack. Exactly, I am a sucker for a nice rack. Okay, so hello Eddie. Hello David. How are you today, David? So I'm having to do my own moderation, so I'm getting rid of people who are asking me stupid questions. 20 cents. Yeah, no, 20. Well, actually, it's 55 pesos to the dollar, and I paid 20 pesos. Okay, so David asked me a question. Have you ever had a Filipino call you sir while intimate? When I'm chatting to girls online, a lot of them call me sir, and I say to them, don't call me sir until we're in the bedroom. And of course they don't get that humour. Okay, good question, Gary. My thoughts on Thai. I'm going to make a video about this. My thoughts on Thai women versus Filipinas. In Thailand, I dated women in their 30s, late 30s. One was 36. And she had a child of like 13. And the 36-year-old, she was stunning. She was an ex-bar girl, but she was stunning looking. And the 38-year-old worked for the government. And people will have heard this story because she worked for the government and in Bangkok. And Status Quo have a song called "He's in the Army Now." And I nicknamed the girl, the 38-year-old girl. She was very slim. She sent me photographs of her working for the government in her uniform, and I nicknamed her "She's in the Army Now," even though she wasn't in the army, but she worked for the Thai government. Well, it's like an army uniform, so I nicknamed her "She's in the Army Now." Anyway, Thai women don't crack. Basically, that's. I am I'm very down on Filipinos who lose it by the time they're 35. So Thai women. My friend in the UK, who's now 80, his girlfriend is 58 or something, and she's still slim and attractive. I mean, that's the difference. You're going to hate me in the Philippines for saying that, but Filipinas crack more than Thai women. I don't really trust Thai women as much as I trust Filipinas. Trust Thai women less, but Thai women are better looking, I think. And you're all going to hate me for saying that, I know, but I think Thai women do look more attractive. Actually, if you're walking down the street in Thai women, you're going to see a lot more attractive Thai women than you are on a normal day in the Philippines. What was your meeting about, David? Do you like the Philippines accent? Yeah, I do. It's fine. The Philippines accent is great. 20 degrees Celsius. Okay. That is a little bit cold, isn't it? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Thai women don't crack. They look better. And so, to me, in the Philippines, I don't want to entertain someone older than 35, and look, unless she looks like Elle Macpherson. When I said this to, I've got a lawyer friend in the UK, and when I said that to him, the next day in the UK, he said, Phil will only date a woman who's Elle Macpherson. And he's a lawyer. And I said, I didn't say that. I said, I will only date a woman if she looks like Elle Macpherson, not just Elle Macpherson. So it's amazing how people will take your words and rearrange them to get what they want you to say, if you see what I mean. Tattoos on the shoulders. Okay, so I would generally avoid a girl if she's got any tattoos, but a lot of the fashion nowadays is just little tattoos. You will find a lot of girls with just little tattoos. You're sort of bang on, but you're being a bit too restrictive, because unfortunately the fashion now is for a lot of Filipinos to have, and they're not, you know, they're normal girls. A lot of normal girls now will have silly tattoos of like a butterfly or something. I mean, come on, be original. You saw the Clash at the USA Festival '83. Okay, the Clash live were wonderful. Right? They were so energetic. The Clash were great live, but the songs didn't sound very good because the Clash weren't musicians. So seeing the Clash live was more about the energy than actually them recreating a good song. I mean, I saw the Clash in like 78, 79, when the energy was just amazing. I don't know if I said this the other day. We went from school. Yes, I did say that. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know whether my blunt and honest appraisal of Filipino women is doing me any good, but I like to say it how it is. Thai women are sweet. What? I haven't met anyone from Laos in Thailand. Thai women are more businesslike. Yeah, I think they're more elegant. Thai women are more elegant. You see a lot of stunning Thai women, but they are businesslike. Exactly. If you haven't got the money to entertain them, then they're not going to entertain a cheap Charlie. Basically, I mean, the Thai dates I went. Okay, so one of my dates in Thailand. This was very weird date. We'd been chatting online for a week. And it was her day off, and we arranged to meet in Bangkok somewhere, Siam World, I think. And so we went. This was in the morning, so we met, say about 11 o'clock. So we went to a place, and we were meant to just go on a coffee date, and that coffee date went on all day. And we went to a place called Coffee Club, I think, in Bangkok, and it was really expensive because we had coffee and we had a lunch. And of course, when the bill came, she had a good job, but with Thai women, there was no let's go Dutch. Anyway, so I paid for that. Then we went out and we went somewhere else, and we walked around for a bit, and then we found a place for a coffee, for an afternoon coffee. And of course, when the bill came, she went to the toilet, and then we carried on, and the date just went on, and I just thought, this is going to be a really expensive date. And we were in an area, and it came to evening, and she said, "Oh, I really fancy some Japanese or something like that, or sushi." And I just thought, obviously, I'm going to be paying for it. So I said, "No, let's just go to a food market." And we went to a food market, and at the food market, we walked around choosing our own dish, and she had to pay for her own food because we weren't together at the time. That's how I felt in Thailand. I just felt in Thailand that it was just like, I was just a cash cow. It was just, yeah. So that is my opinion of dating Thai women. What is the worst five worst jobs you ever had? I worked in a factory, a couple of factories after school, during school holidays. Yeah, so factory. I worked at the weekends. At the time I was still at school. at the weekend I worked in a restaurant as the guy doing the cleaning, not the cleaning, putting the dishes into one of those cleaning machines. What are they called? Where it's a restaurant where they've got the people come in with all the cutlery and all the plates and everything. Load it in a tray, and then it goes through a machine, and then you have to dry things off. Actually, and I did work in Wimpy Bar. Those of you know Wimpy Bar, are there still any Wimpy Bars in the world? I have worked in a Wimpy before in the kitchen. Oh God, these were all when I'm very young, and then. When I left university, I worked in a police darkroom I don't know if I told you this the other day, as a forensic photographer, printing up scenes of crime, and that was horrible. That is four jobs. So that is four. I can't think of another one. I did a paper round, but I used to love that early morning. Yeah, Thai women are more transactional. They won't entertain a cheap Charlie. Actually, yeah, the government uniforms are very sexy. You don't really get to see the women though in their uniforms here very much. Filipinos tend to have. Okay, so I was never attracted to Filipinas, and when I left the UK in 2019, one of my friend's daughters, she is in her 30s, the daughter, she said to me, as I was leaving the UK, we went out for dinner the night before I left, and me and the daughter, who was in her 30s, just a friend, I've known her since she was a child. She said to me, Phil, do not marry a Filipina. And I don't know, and I didn't ask why. I don't know why she said that. But I've never been attracted to Filipinas because of their flat noses. If you like a transactional relationship, go Thai rather than go Dutch. Yeah, exactly. Where are we? No money, no honey. It seems to be more like that in the Philippines now as well. Bangkok condos are fantastic for the price. You're right. You can get and in Pattaya as well. You get in. I knew people who were spending Pattaya in $250 a month. A little tattoo is okay. Okay. I don't like tattoos either. You said this in young-ish gals with easygoing personalities. Okay, so I would rather not date anyone less than 25 to 30, really, because I'm actually going to do a video on it. Yeah, another one. Yeah, you're right. Actually, Thai girls are not morena. They would rather be more whiter than Filipinas. I'm not really into white women. Okay, it's true. I'm making a video about my hate for Thailand, and the accent. You're right. John just nailed it on the head. When Thais try and speak English, it's a lot different to how Filipinos speak English. It's just the way they talk. It's just really grating. You're right. And I was sitting on the sidewalk in. Where was I? I was in Pattaya. I was sitting on the sidewalk at night, and everyone used to congregate on that strip by the beach road at night. And I was sitting there, and there was a couple of ladies there. I didn't know whether they. One was around 20ish, and one was about 40. So I just thought they were just sitting there. And then after the 40-year-old had walked away, the 18-year-old started talking to me, and her English was just rubbish. And it's just after 5 minutes, I just got irritable of trying to understand what she was saying. Yeah. On Filipina Cupid, you met your fiance last summer, and we travelled and we spent hours each day on video calls. So you're now in a LDR, and you're going to Mindanao. Yeah, because of the weather. Oh gosh, low cost of living. Oh, you're right. There's low cost of living in the province. You can live very cheaply in the Philippines. You saw the Ramones. I never saw the Ramones, but I saw Devo. That's great. Devo, I saw them in 2006, I think. Have I been to Chiang Mai? Yes, I went to Chiang Mai 2009. I liked it, and then I went north. Is it Pai? I went all around that area. Chiang Rai, Chiang Mai, Pai. I'm not totally into it. Have you lived in Chiang Mai? I wouldn't. It's not the sort of place I want to live. I think it's too remote. I'm more of a city boy. So Bangkok is good. Yeah, exactly. You're more of a rebel if you don't have tattoos. Good question. If you do find a woman you want to settle down with, would you give money to her family? Indirectly, no. But the trouble with if you marry a Filipina here, you do marry their family, but you need to be blunt from the start, saying, "Look, I'm not going to give you. I'm not here to give you handouts every month. If your buffalo is sick every month, I'm not going to give you handouts every month. You just need, from the start, you need to say, look, I'm with you for you. If you want to give money to your family, do, but I'm not going to give you money for your family every month." A single mum with maybe one child. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. No money, no honey. Well, it's true. I think that's, yeah, I think I've seen that already. David, good question. How much influence does your mum have on your interaction with women? Well, I think, as I said the other day, I was very shy and very introverted, and so my parents, my mum, she didn't like, as mums do, they don't like you going away from, they feel if you get a girlfriend, they're losing you. So yes, my mother did have a strong, big impact on my early dating experiences, because I had to try and keep them secret from her, and I was very shy, so it was very difficult as a shy guy. I was getting a lot of attention, but I was just so rubbish at, going through to the next base, because I was so rubbish, interacting with girls at that age. And my mother did approve of the first girlfriend I had. She loved her, and she wanted her to become my wife. And of course, when I split up with her and went on to other girls in Essex, my mum hated all the other girls because she wanted me to be with that one girl. So yes, my mother did have a strong influence on my early dating. Tell me about your early dating. You asked me about my father the other day. Tell me about your parents' input in your life, in your early dating. And can see there are enough women without kids. Exactly. I'm only one. I'm not greedy. So staying fussy for all. I think you should stay fussy. Why not? Just don't choose something you're not happy with. There are enough women without kids, and what was the situation with the girl having the child in the first place? I mean, I've chatted to girls and I've said, did you not realise that if he came inside you, you were going to get pregnant? And they said, oh, it's just one big mistake. I mean, oh, come on, look. So yeah, what was the situation with the girl getting pregnant in the first place? That's how I look at it. If she was with a guy, who she was married to or whatever, or engaged to or whatever, and they were together for a number of years, and it might be different. But a lot of the girls are stupid, aren't they? When they're 20 and they're 20, they don't, as I said earlier, Filipinos don't age well. That's the problem with looking for, yeah. That's exactly, David. I never mind paying for it. That was my point of my Manila video, and nobody got that. It was the expectation of when the bill arrived with these two girls, and people said, "You're such a cheap Charlie. You should be paying for them." That wasn't my point. My point was that as soon as the bill arrived, They pushed it towards me and then went to the toilet and said, "Are we done yet?" It's just the expectation that you as a foreigner should pay. I don't mind paying. I know. Exactly. That was my point of that video, and nobody got that. You know, I had a lot of criticism on that point. That you know, why shouldn't I pay? That wasn't my point of the video. So you got rockstar treatment in the Philippines. You were in Cebu, weren't you? The busboy. Well, I wasn't actually a busboy. It was. I was standing in the kitchen. Yeah, you're right. Mo Meter. I recognise you from a long time. You need to learn to use the word no over and over. How she ended up with exactly. It's true. I've been walked over. My problem is I'm a walkover a lot of the time. I'm trying. Even at my age, I'm still learning. When I started dating my Filipino girlfriend, I would give in to her so much. She would say, "Oh, you're drinking again. Oh, you're reading again. All this stuff," and I sort of lost my identity because I was not saying, "Look, I need me time. I need to drink. I need to do." You know, I was just pandering to her. It's just, you're right. I'm still learning. You need to say the word no, and if they don't like it, then you know, tough cookies. Towards Great Yarmouth. Still had a Wimpy a few years back. Okay, yeah, I did love Wimpy back in the day. I did love Wimpy. Okay, so you've been an actor, a secretary, a bellboy, projectionist, and a software tech, and you're 60 now. What are you now? Are you retired now? You just had a meeting. What was the meeting about? And what was the worst job? And how are we? We're 2 hours in. 2 hours in. I'm probably going to go another hour, although my voice is... I'm just going to get some water. Hang on. Oh, excuse me. Just going to get some water because my voice is going. It's the vodka and oranges I had last night, I think. Where are we? You need a moderator. Andy Homer, a lot of fake names. Okay. I am in the Philippines. I'm in Cebu. I've been in there. Okay. Racing Doodle needs to go. Not a very nice comment. Casey Jones needs to go. God, I'm getting loads now. You flew into Cebu last night. Where are you, Eric? And how long are you staying for? Oh God, I'm a bit behind. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about your mum dying of cancer. Why don't you fancy white women? Well, it's a little bit obvious. I just like Morena skin. I like suntan look. 40, you can date 40 or 50-year-old ladies. You'll be inundated with 40. That's a great option if you are into 40 or 50-year-old ladies. I'm not. No one spoke English. It's true in Vietnam. That's my problem with going to other countries outside the Philippines because. Yeah, I just don't feel comfortable in other countries anymore because of once you've been to the Philippines and you've been able to talk to the girl on the checkout at the 7-Eleven, and there's a song there from the there's a song, I'm in love with the girl at the Virgin Megastore checkout desk. Okay, so in the Philippines you can have chats all day, which is what's the latest with Mark Thornton? I only watched the video yesterday about him talking about the fight. Where are the English-speaking foreigners? They're everywhere, Donald. They're all over the Philippines. English-speaking. I think they're just being taxi driver. When I arrived in Manila last year, the taxi driver was so friendly. It just felt so great. I'd just been in Malaysians are friendly as well. But as soon as I got in a taxi in Manila, we had a great journey. It was just lovely. Have a UV tattoo. I don't want any tattoo. Oh gosh. You just arrived. There's a motor. You know what? How many times have you been to the Philippines? I've been to the Philippines almost 4 years. I've never seen any accident at all. Okay, do I love Christmas? No, I don't. And they start Christmas here in September, and it's just I don't like Christmas. I've always hated Christmas. It was all yeah. Don't get me talking about Christmas because our Christmas days were just I used to just sit at the table with with the family, 12 other people or whatever, and just say nothing because it was just when's the garbage when's the garbage collector coming to get your garbage this week? It was just the conversations were just so banal. No, I hate Christmas. Why? Okay, so why are you financial transactions with? I'm not really that into financial. Once you start giving money, then your relationship becomes a relationship based on finance. I'm not into this. Guys who give their Filipinas money, why? Why are you doing that? Then it becomes it's prostitution. Why are you giving your? Okay, so in your country, when you meet a girl, she's probably going to have a job, and then you're going to live together, and you're going to finance the family. But here it's just supporting a lady. Why are you doing that? I'm not into supporting Filipinas relationships. It's just I don't really agree with it. And tell me if I'm wrong. Does Mark Thornton love Christmas? The heaviest gal I've dated. Well, not very big. I'm not really into chub. I'm not into chubby is the new sexy. I'm not into that look at all. It's just and as other people will have told you, Filipinas are getting chubbier, and they're just brushing it off as chubby is the new sexy. Look, go to the gym, love. Good gracious. I am in the Philippines. Oh, Big Al, are you in the Philippines? Okay, well, I don't care. If their family don't want me, then that's their loss. If they've chosen the cheap Charlie who is me, then that's that's their fault. That's their fault. A professional Filipino still will not make a lot of dough. Well, actually, I was in Manila last year, and Victor will tell you that a lot of professional Filipinas. He was dating a lot of professional Filipinas, and they were making a lot of money. His girlfriend was on loads of money. Wrestling, you're right, Cici. We had giant haystacks. On a Saturday afternoon, we would have wrestling at 4:30 on a Saturday afternoon. I don't know if you remember that. I don't know why we bothered watching that. It was just all so fake. Most guys don't date. Okay, I think what the problem is most quality Filipinas are not interested in. Correct me if I'm wrong, but are educated ladies with good jobs wanting to date foreigners. There was this girl who was on a vlog, and she said, I have my own money, I don't need to date a foreigner. So is that the perception with a lot of Filipinos? I think it might be. Well, it was in Manila anyway. You're going to the pool. Where are you staying? My pool only gets the sun until 11 o'clock. Where are you staying? And does your pool get the sun all day? Well, actually, it's gone a bit cloudy, so perhaps I need to go to a condo which has got a sun and at the pool all day. Oh right, give us a shout on my socials on Facebook or Telegram, which is in my description, and we'll meet up. That sounds like a good idea. Do I own any hats? I do, and I was wearing it yesterday in the sunshine because I got a little bit of sunburn. So the last couple of days, when Honest John was here, he went pink. He's a very white guy, and he went pink. And I, over the last few days, my forehead has started to peel. So yesterday afternoon, I started wearing a hat. Any more questions about dating Filipinas? And why are you interested in dating Filipinas as opposed to dating ladies from other parts of Asia or ladies from your own country? Any more questions? And please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. How many people we got? 140. Gosh, come on. Well, I need some more questions then from the people who haven't contributed yet. Am I looking to marry a Filipina? I'm not. Okay, so I've been in the Philippines 4 years. When I first came to the Philippines, I was considering, a serious relationship. And over that time, I've got to know Filipinas, got to know the Philippines, and it's not really in my agenda at the moment. If it might happen, if it happens, it happens. I'm not thinking I want to marry. I mean, a lot of guys come here with the intention of marrying a Filipina. I am not of that mindset. I don't think you should be of that mindset. I think you should come to the Philippines to explore other things. Don't just come here for the women. That's what I'm trying to advocate. Don't come here just for the women. Why are you doing that? Maybe because you want to have children or whatever. I'm not. Yeah. Let's just confirm it. Any more questions that are decent? A Sunday roast. Oh, Lex, now you're talking. Sunday roast is a thing in the UK. I mean, most families, traditional families, will have a Sunday roast, and it is a big thing on a Sunday. It's just such a wonderful meal. I love a Sunday roast. Now you're getting me salivating, Lex, because I used to love Sunday roasts, and when I lived on my own, I would make myself a Sunday roast on Sunday and then have the leftovers on Monday and Tuesday, because I just love that. And now you're getting me going. And where do you go for this sort of meal? There's no one going to do a decent Sunday roast. There was a place in Cebu that set up like a traditional English diner, and it set up during COVID, stupidly, and of course it closed really quickly. You help her mother. Yeah, sure, you help her mother. Yeah, okay, but to the extent that the mother isn't asking for her brothers and sisters as well. Don't give money to the whole family. Body positive is a new term. For what? For fat shaming. Yeah. Sorry if I fat shame, but you need to go to the gym, love. I can't bench press as much as I used to. I mean, when I was living in Ealing, in London, I used to go to the gym, and when I was living in Brighton, I used to go to the gym regularly, 3 times a week. I would bench press. Okay, so the machine bench press, I could do the stack. Okay, on the machine, I could bench press that. I can't go anywhere near it anymore. When I go down to the gym downstairs, they've got a small gym down here, and I can't bench press very much at all. So I was able to bench press the stack, as it's called, but not anymore. I was 85, 90 kilos then, and I was a lot bigger and stronger, but not anymore. Like an older Jason Statham. How old is Jason Statham? So do you think you should pay And how much do you think you should pay? Oh, I'm not too sure about paying. So yeah, I do need a moderator because I'm getting idiots. Oh. So, if you're new to the channel, please could you like, share and subscribe. I've been going 2 hours 15. I'm not going to go as long today. I'm going to go for a swim. And people are stopped asking sensible questions about dating Filipinas. And I'm getting a lot of idiots. I'm a cheap Charlie. I am a cheap Charlie. Good. I'm glad to hear it. Thank you, Nick, for appreciating my videos. I'm glad that you appreciate them. Powdered gravy. For what? For your Sunday roast? I'm getting rid of loads of people because they're all idiots. Why marry at all? That's a good point. Actually, my point is, are we meant to be with the same person all our lives? I mean, there's billions of people on this planet. Why settle down with one? Exactly. James Dunlap says, why marry at all? Why settle with one woman or partner or whatever? Who is seriously overweight? Are you seriously overweight? Well, you need to do something about that. You need to cut down. Otherwise, you're not going to live very long. Any decent questions? And how do you feel about settling down with the same person for the rest of your life? Are you looking to settle with a Filipino for the rest of your life? Is that why you're coming to the Philippines? Cheers, Eric. Nice to see you here. Yeah, it's got a bit boring, isn't it? I like Thais. Never had Filipino. And yeah, exactly. Western women. I haven't dated a Western woman for 25. The last girl I dated, she was from South Africa, which is pretty Durban, pretty Western, but not. No, I'm not going to date an English lady. Yeah, yeah, you're right, but you don't get. Yeah, Cece says it's not just Manila women. No, in the UK I didn't encounter, but David asked if I've encountered Filipinos in the UK, and my friend Honest John has been going to a Filipino restaurant in London. And when I go back, if I go back next summer, I'm going to go with him there. La Union looks like a good spot to live. I mean, it's got the beach is okay, but it's got a great vibe to it. Lots of artists around, so I don't know what you're into, but I was in San Juan last year with Victor. Me and Victor went to San Juan, and had a great time. So it's a good area, and it's not very far from Manila either. It's just 2 hours from Manila, so that is a good spot. I didn't have my impression of Philippines before YouTube videos was Emil de Marcos and Manila is very dangerous. That's all I knew about the Philippines. That's all I knew. I just thought it was Manila. I never heard of Cebu until 5 years ago. Well, I probably heard of it, I didn't know what it was. So my impressions of the Philippines, it was not on my radar, only was down to Emil de Marcos' shoe collection and it being very dangerous. So that's what my impression of the Philippines is. And obviously it's changed quite a lot since then. Getting married is off the table for who? Unique cultural experiences is my priority. Exactly. I love going to different countries and experiencing their cultures. That is, and I love walking the streets. Exactly. I love walking, and you meet people on the streets. If you're with somebody, that wouldn't happen so much. You're not inclined to visit India. Why not? Because it's got great beaches, the people are friendly, the food is amazing, Don't go to the big cities. Just go to a smaller city or a beach town. Goa. Just just watch my Goa videos, David. Good gracious, the beaches are brilliant, and the food. I would eat curry every day, and the people are amazing. The people are as amazing in India as they are in the Philippines. Everyone wants to talk to you, if you want to talk to them. I don't know why you're not inclined to visit here. I thought you were an open-minded guy. Okay, so yeah, I'm of the impression that not a lot of them have moustaches, hairy legs. I've seen a lot of hairy legs. You're right, which is a little bit off-putting. But my Filipino girlfriend had nothing. She didn't have to shave anywhere. She her legs were they just didn't need to they just didn't need a shave. They do wear high heels if they're going out on a date or something. I've known a lot of guys who have lost a lot of money to date, getting married to the wrong family. So, will my cell phone here in the USA work over there? Yes. As long as it's unlocked. Can I use my PayPal card? You don't. Well, you can use your credit card or debit card. A lot of places take debit card or credit cards. Get yourself, what's it called? A Chase bank account where you don't have to incur ATM fees. I think it's Chase or Schwab or something. Get yourself a bank account where ATM fees are free, and don't walk around carrying loads of cash. When I go out to the supermarket or wherever, I just carry what I need in my wallet. I don't walk out with the cash, with the credit cards and debit cards in your wallet. Just when you're going to the cash point, yes, but don't carry however many you've got, and just carry as much on you at the time that you need. I don't see anything wrong with exchanging, I don't think anything wrong with exchanging all your money to pesos, as long as you're getting a good exchange rate and not paying ATM fees. First time travel tip for a first time traveller. Right, good question. How long are you coming for? And what month are you coming? And do you like beaches? Do you like cities? Don't try and bite off more than you can chew. Just go to a couple of places. Flights here are really cheap, like $50 or if that, between the cities or beach towns. If you're coming for a month, I would come for a month, nothing less than that, and just pick a couple of islands near to each other and just jump from, like, do Cebu, Bohol, maybe Negros. Choose some islands that are close to each other, and fly to Boracay. Boracay is the best island for me. No, I haven't had any threatening behaviour from Filipinos. No, although they do say you shouldn't really, drink with a number of Filipino guys drinking Red Horse all afternoon, because it could get a bit dicey. But I've drunk with Filipinos and then bailed out quite quickly before it got, Thank you, Nick, for appreciating my videos. Do I worry a lot? Okay. I don't worry a lot, but I do get anxiety at times. And although recently I've been waking up and the 3 a.m. hour, which I think is a creative thing. I hope it's a creative thing. Tell me if I'm wrong. The rest of you, do you wake up in strange hours of the morning? It's normally 3 a.m. for me. Don't worry about fat shaming. What do you think about Leyte, girl? Okay, I want to go to Leyte this year, probably. Yes, I've met some girls from Ormoc, and I want to go to Leyte. I want to, exactly, Cowboy Org. That is on my radar. I want to go to Leyte. That is in my plans. Okay, so inviting a girl to the condo pool, good or bad date idea? It's not great for the first date. It worked for Victor, but as people have said, Victor is Spanish and people, yeah. But my advice would be go and meet them first for a coffee and then say, do you want to go back to the condo pool? That's my advice. Don't say, come to my condo, because a lot of girls see that as a ruse just to get them in the sack. So I wouldn't say that. I would say, let's go for a coffee date first and then go back to and suggest, see how the date's going, and then say, come back to the pool. Have I tried hello, hello? No, I should do. I would. I'm glad you loved me, Susan. I think you said this the other day. Okay, do I listen more or talk more? With some girls, it's. I choose girls who communicate well. So it is. I've had where we've both had equal chats, which has been great. So you want to settle with a pinner for life. It's finding one who doesn't want to have an of your assets. Exactly. You will find. I don't know how long you've been looking, Humphrey, but there's a Christian vlogger in Duma Regrette who says it took him 9 years to find the lady he settled with. She already had a child, and he has had a child with her since. But it took him 9 years to find the right Filipina for him. So don't rush. Depending how old you are, don't rush. Who are more attractive? Were you not listening earlier? I think Thais are more attractive. Averaged 25. What do you mean? 25 is their age. Okay, so when the older expats die, there'll be a lot of younger, middle-aged Filipinos becoming widows. Yeah, that is a good point. That is a good point. But how? Okay, younger. Okay, good point. Thais, I think, are better looking. Yeah, in their 30s, 40s, 50s. I think so, in my opinion. I always have to say in my opinion because people say, yeah, your opinion is not gospel. Why not? Okay, so if you're new, if you've just tuned in, please could you like, share and subscribe. I've been going for almost 2.5 hours. I'm not going to go for much longer because I want to either go for a swim or go to the gym today. So what are you doing for the rest of the day, people? Okay, so blockchain circles. I'm glad you're still here because you've been here for a few hours. Why get married? Exactly. Why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? Oh, so whereabouts in Manila are you? And you've been there a year and a half. And why do you want to get out? I was there 5.5 months. I don't know if you know, I was there 5.5 months last rainy season, which wasn't great. Well, Manila was great for me. I loved the area near BGC. Why do you want to leave? That'll be quite interesting. I'm glad you're still watching me, David, and not watching the other channels. Oh, that's a good question. What is your most favourite video that you made for your channel? Good question. Actually, I really love the Bohol tribute video I made because I loved Bohol so much. I made a really long video, so most of you have probably not watched it, but it was like a greatest hits of my time in Bohol. I was there for a month and I had some wonderful experiences, and I put a lot of love into this video. If you've watched it, you will. And somebody did comment that you know that's a great tribute to Bohol, and I did love that, making that video, because yeah, it took a lot of time. A lot of my videos take a lot of time, which people don't realise, because of pulling stuff from other videos takes more time than actually creating a new video, because you're chopping and chopping. So that's a good question. So that is one of my favourite videos. So now, Cece, go and watch that video about Bohol. Yeah, it's more important. You're not concerned about age. What do you mean? You're not concerned about how old they are. Women do smile here, which is lovely. Exactly. the braces on the teeth doesn't bother me because I know it's going to be short-lived. You know, within a couple of years, they're going to be gone. What I do worry is about. Okay, you'll get what I'm going here with the mechanism in their mouth. I do worry that something could come. Something could go amiss. Too old for what? Please be precise about your. Okay, no maintenance. Oh, you've had 2 divorces. Okay. I've had not. Okay, where? How many? No, only one girl has brought their friend along on a date. But a lot of guys have told me this that Filipino girls will bring their. Okay, so when I first came to Cebu 4 years ago, I did arrange a date with a girl in Cebu in IT Park, and she was just going off to work. Well, thank goodness she had a job, and she was just going off to work. And as I met her out of the trike, a guy came along who she was going to work with, and he came along. She hadn't told me this, and he came along on our date. And then when I ordered the food, I said to her, "Look, I'm not paying for him. I'll pay for you. I'll pay for yours, but I'm not paying for him." And so she paid for him because I'm not having that. I'm not having a guy turn up. And when the bill came, he expected it. He expected it to be his food to be paid for, and I just said, "I'm not paying for him. Why should I pay for him?" Yeah, I don't know what Tana's saying. Too old. I think maybe a troll. Okay, so I lock. They could just nick my trolley suitcase, but I have a lockable trolley suitcase, so I just lock all my stuff in there when I stay in hotels. And when I had a backpack, I had a padlock that just locked my backpack. And of course, someone could have just come in and knifed it, but then of course, in a hotel, they could have, yeah. So I've just been fortunate that nothing has gone amiss once I've locked my stuff in my hotel. Charles Schwab, yes, no TM fees. So Wells Fargo, I'm not too sure. It's Boracay, yes. People say Boracay, but it's Boracay. If you've watched my Boracay videos, I do say regularly throughout there, "It's Boracay, you fool." Yeah, I'm not paying for him. Yeah, exactly. I've got a few more trolls. Why don't I like the rain? Okay, because I'm from the UK and I don't like the cold. And the rain in the UK is normally cold rain. So I don't mind the rain here because the rain in the Philippines is warm. So if there's a quick shower here, I don't really mind that much. I'm not really into monsoon weather, but a quick shower in the rain, even in Thailand or wherever I've been, has been great. Where are we? What makes you anxious? Okay, so when things, what makes me anxious? Earning money has always made me anxious. Earning money. Yeah. Living. Living makes me anxious. No, not really. I'm sort of quite settled now, but some things do make me anxious. When things go wrong, things like phone breaking or laptop not working. My battery on my laptop exploded. It's all right now because I've got a new battery. When things go wrong like that, some things like that make me anxious and irritable. When things go wrong. How do you decide your next move? That's a good question. I need to think about that. I'm not that fussy. 9 years. What do you mean 9 years? 9 years. You can wait 9 years for your next For your Filipina long-term girlfriend, you can wait 9 years. Yeah, well, tread carefully, tread slowly. Abroad. What do you mean? Right, I'm gonna wrap it up in a minute. I'm gonna wrap things up because I'm getting I'm getting a bit dry throaty. My old footage, I have a couple of. This is a 4 terabyte. This is a 4. It's all packed up because my other external hard drive got damaged and I can't put any stuff on my external hard drive. I only take it off. So it's got lots of. It's not really that much, but it's just a deterrent to get it damaged. That's 4 terabyte, and I've got 2 terabyte in the cloud. It's just I don't know what people do with it. I still keep all my old footage. You're right. It's not the final destination because I've still got all my old footage. That's a good question. And I keep all my. I used to keep all my old photographs and everything. When as a photographer, I kept all my old slides and all my old negatives and all my old prints. So I used to print my own stuff up in the darkroom, and I used to keep all my old prints that I made. I kept them. Much to the hate of the girlfriend after the Sri Lankan girlfriend, because I had lots of big, large images of the Sri Lankan girlfriend that I printed of her and I kept on my wall because they were great images, and the new girlfriend, of course, hated it. Yeah, but that's another story. Manate, yeah. Okay. That is quite a nice area though, isn't it? Okay. So you're leaving Manila because you've got, yeah. But could you not move to another? You don't fancy another area. You don't fancy another area of Manila. You want to move out to the slower pace of the provinces. That's a good idea, but I wouldn't do that myself because I need to be very close to the city. Although it's not that far. Depends how much you need the city. I mean, I love having business park there, just there. I can see it. You can't see it. Well, there we go. Look, I'll just show you. That is IT Business Park, which is less than a kilometre from. It's a 10-minute walk from my condo. I love having cities on the doorstep. I just love cities, but I also love a beach, as I keep saying. But I couldn't do what he's doing and move to the province. Yes, I would say all dating sites are addictive. I just love that. I just love swiping. Which was great. Which was great during lockdown because you were just in touch with the outside world. Okay, Donald, is it better? I would do both. I would hit the dating sites just before you come. You said you're chatting to somebody already. I wouldn't do it if you're coming like in a month's time. I would just start. Just the month before, just start looking around, seeing what's available, and then do both. It's better. You get a lot of scammers on dating websites, and a lot of people asking for money. So I would do both. I would, yeah, boots on the ground, as Geo says, and July said that the other day. So she'd obviously nicked it off Geo. Yeah, meeting someone in person is a lot more preferable. And just walking, just wandering. Just don't go. Just don't say, I'm going to go to the mall today to find a woman. Just wander around and do your own thing, and then if it happens, it happens. Let it happen organically. Don't just make a rod for your own back by saying, I need to go such and such. I need to go on the Find a Filipina mall tour at 10 a.m. in the morning. Because that's what all the expats do. They just walk around the mall looking for Filipinas because vloggers have said, go to the mall. Just walk around the streets, just make the day your own, and if it happens, it happens. Just let it happen organically. There we go. Okay, so Wells Fargo don't refund ATM fees. Okay, so you've got a yeah, okay. Schwab is the best. I'm a little grumpy. You didn't hear me earlier because I had a couple of beers. It was Valentine's yesterday. I had a couple of beers and I had a couple of vodka oranges. And it's yeah, and I woke up in the middle of the night as well. So I'm sort of a little grumpy because my coffee is I haven't drunk since I poured it earlier. I haven't drunk it, so I haven't had my morning coffee. I don't have breakfast until after this. I never have breakfast first thing. I always have breakfast after. Always have, literally every day I have breakfast around between 11 and 12. I sort of fast before then. Rubberized hard drive. Yeah, you're right. There is a rugged hard drive, but it's a lot more expensive. I enjoy editing. I love editing. It's not a pain in the arse at all. I love the whole process of making videos, and I love editing and love looking for the music, and I love the editing, and it is part of the process. I mean, I spend more time creating a video after I've shot the video than I actually do the shooting. I don't actually go out and shoot a lot of footage as much as I should probably. I actually love the editing process. Indonesian girls. I was planning on going to Jakarta, May 2020, and of course I had a flight to Jakarta May 2020, and of course the world ended, so I never got there. But I want to go back. I went to Bali in 1993, and I want to go back to Indonesia. Good question. Film, I loved film, old black and white, as I said, but digital now because you can see it, and that makes a lot of them more important. Actually, Filipino women in the bedroom are pretty. Yeah, it rain. Okay, so I met one 23-year-old nymphomaniac. I couldn't believe it. How experienced. I mean, a lot of guys will tell you that, they've got a lot of experience at that age. And I couldn't believe she was 23. She'd obviously had a lot of action in the bedroom. So she was an 11 in the bedroom. It ranges. I mean, a lot of them, exactly. A lot of them are rubbish, but it's it's across the board. It's like, you can't say they are all 7 or 8 because they're not. A lot of them are 3 or 4. Okay, so I'm going to go to 11, and then I'm going to either go to the gym or going to go to. Is there a reason you don't like province life? Good question. I'm a city boy, so I've come from London. I've always loved cities. I need to be near action. I need to be near a bookshop, and I don't think I'm going to find it in the province. I don't think it's. I would get bored. I would get bored in the province. I mean, just going to a remote island. I've been to a few remote islands in my time, and a couple of remote islands I've been to where a boat only goes to them once a day. As soon as this boat dropped me off one day, and it wasn't going to go back to the island at the same time the following day, oh my god, it was just like I couldn't cope. Like, what if I need to leave the island and go to a bookstore? How can I do that? So I love beaches and I love islands, but the thought of being cut off in a remote place doesn't sit comfortably with me. Thank you. I'm glad I'm giving you good advice. What is the biggest way to waste money as an expat? Well, to go to fast food chains every day and spend too much on a condo and build land and get in with a Filipino who nicks all your money. Have a social hobby, form a book club or English bookshop. Beauties in the markets. Did you buy some? I actually, I did. Yes, yeah. Did you not see them in my July video? You fast from 9 p.m. till 1 p.m. the next day. Okay, so I fast from, yeah, 8 till 12, yeah, similar. Market girl, good advice. They're used to getting up early. Although a lot of them have probably got tattoos, the market girls. I'm still keeping my journal every day. Every day I write my journal. I don't know if you saw it the other day. My journal, I write, although I didn't go for coffee today because I got up late, so I came straight to this live stream. So I didn't have my coffee or write my journal today. This is probably why David thinks I'm grumpy, because I didn't have my coffee or sit in the sun writing my journal. So I'm going to do that afterwards. Viet girls are beautiful. Vietnamese girls are stunning. But I had no luck. I had no luck in Vietnam. I was there for a month last March, because they don't speak English, and yeah, I had no luck in Vietnam. I would love a Vietnamese girlfriend, and they're tall and elegant, and yeah, but their English is rubbish. Yes, I love Vietnam. You're right. Vietnamese girls are beautiful. They are stunning. They are stunning. But the problem is the language barrier. Exactly. That's my issue now with wherever I go. Meeting a woman who speaks decent English, and you know, if you're in a relationship with a woman and she doesn't understand English very well, how are you going to discuss situations where you're not happy with each other? That's my issue. Right, okay, so it's 10:45. I think I'm gonna, if there's any more questions, I'm sort of wrapping this up because my voice is going after my voice. What is your drink? Do you drink? Are you drinkers, people? I don't drink very much, as you know. Just a couple of beers, which are on the floor, and I had, Honest John came and stayed the last weekend, and I got him a bottle of vodka and some orange juice, and I've still got the bottle of vodka in my fridge. So as he's gone, I had a couple last night. What do you drink? Okay, so the better her English, the more farang. I know that is, some people say that. People say that, but that's not necessarily true. I mean, she could. No, it's not really that true, because a lot of girls, like my old ex-girlfriend Filipina, her English was good because she worked as an English tutor, and she hadn't been with many farang at all. Depends on their job. If they've got a job, well, hopefully they've got a job. I don't really want to entertain a girl who hasn't got a job. No more questions. Can we get back to our lives? It's true. I drink iced tea and Topo Chico mineral water. Is that some sort of Ponzi one that's expensive? I mean, my mineral water here. I'll show you my mineral water. This is a gallon of mineral water that costs 40 peso. Less than $1 for a gallon of mineral. They come to the condo and they take the old bottle and they give me a new one for 40 pesos. Which, yeah. Just that I'll give you some local advice. Okay, I'm thinking of wrapping up now because the questions have got a bit strange. Right, okay, can we let's all have a wonderful day. Go and have a wonderful day, or go to bed, or whatever. I'm glad you appreciate my channel, and thanks for tuning in. Please could you like, share, and subscribe, and tell your friends about this channel. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care, everyone.